What's up, tricksters and tricksetters watching this VOD review on the second YouTube channel? We are back with another Tier 3 sub VOD review. And today at our coaching table, we have Take It Easy again. And this time he's playing Omen on Icebox in Ascendant 1 Elo. First things first, Omen on Icebox. Yes, Viper is meta. Yes, Viper is still going to be the meta, even after the nerfs. In high elo lobbies and in pro play, obviously. But Omen, in ranked solo queue environment, can be a machine on Icebox if you play the Omen in a way that I have explained in my ranked playbook on my Discord server. There are so many different setups that you can use, so many different executes, so many different, setups that can grant you an easy kill. Generally speaking, on Icebox as a map, the only two most important smokes on the attacker side are the CT smoke and the screen smoke here. Everything else is pure improvisation, and especially now with the Viper nerfs, I really think that we're going to be seeing many different agents and many different controllers on different maps. The only map where I really think you need to have Viper is Breeze. Like on Breeze, you cannot play Breeze without Viper. I mean, you can maybe make the Omen work on Breeze until, let's say Ascendant 1 or Immortal 1, but after that, you need to learn the Viper. Like, basically, the team that has the Viper has a higher chance. But also, in the other hand, on Breeze, generally speaking, team compositions don't matter at all. If you cannot shoot your guns, if your mechanical skill is shit, good luck with winning your matches on such a long-range map. Now, let's first start with his tracker and his questions. First of all, thank you for all your hard work. I finally got my butt to Ascendant on one of my accounts. Without you, I will be hard stuck Platinum 3 forever. Oh yeah, the first VOD review we did for Take It Easy was when he was Platinum 3. Okay. Yo, Wuhu, Jin, brother. Sorry, I need to mute this shit because I'm gonna get a copyright on my second YouTube channel. Thank you a lot, my man. How is the grind, actually? I didn't tune into your streams, for a long time, to be honest. I love how every single time when Wukujin raises us, we're doing some kind of a VOD review. Now, I'm gonna focus more on the VOD review, and then I'm gonna talk with you guys in the chat. Thank you a lot, man. Thank you a lot. Appreciate it. Now, questions and doubts. I have submitted my last VOD as Omen in Diamond 1 Elo. I have tried to implement all the tips and tricks that you taught me during last VOD review and the playbook tips. However, I found out I'm still struggling on Icebox. I need more guidance on how can I improve on this map. So far, Icebox, all agents, and Ascent Omen are my worst maps. I really wanted to know what I need to work on. I already told you, Omen is not a meta pick on Icebox, but if you follow everything that I mentioned in my ranked playbook on my Discord server, the agent guides, you should be able to carry your games, at least up to Immortal 3, essentially. We're gonna see what you're missing. I really don't know, we need to see the VODs, so I don't want to talk, I'm not a wizard, not yet at least. I also struggle when fighting against Ascendant plus Immortal Radiance in that match. I don't know what kind of mechanical skills I can work on more to improve. Should I focus more on my raw aim, movement, peeking skills, timing? I'm lost. We're gonna check it. We're gonna focus on that. I found out switching between Vandal and Phantom works best for me. Okay, if that works for you, sure, do it. I mean, to be honest, there are certain scenarios where Vandal is better. There are certain scenarios where Phantom is better. Generally speaking, on a defender side, on most of the maps, Phantom is better. On attacker side, Vandal is better, but it really doesn't matter. Vandal and Phantom are always gonna be your personal preference, except maybe on the maps such as, Breeze. On Breeze, you really need to have a Vandal, hitting that 140 headshot is not really the funniest thing to be done. It's not really that nice. But yeah, for example, if I'm playing a site with short range, if I'm playing a site with short range and shooting through smokes, I found Phantom is way better. But you said it's better to pick one and stick with it. Generally speaking, for a majority of the players, it is better that you 90% of okay, let me explain this a bit better. So, it is better if you have a preference and if you're sticking to mainly one weapon 90% of times. But at the end of the day, you should master using both Phantom and Vandal because certain weapons are better at certain you know, gunfights and certain tactics, certain maps as well. Also, you cannot really say to enemies, yo, enemy, brother, can you buy a Vandal? Because I'm using only a Vandal. You know, like, in eco rounds, if you pick a Vandal and you're not using a Vandal, you're gonna... you get a point. Also, like, your teammates might drop you the opposite weapon and stuff like that. Like, you should be working on your gunplay with both weapons and mastering them, but like 90% of times it's just better to stick to one shooting technique, one weapon, and just to have a consistency there. That doesn't mean that you should follow this rule to the core. You know, there are always exceptions to the rule, and you can just main whatever the fuck you want to main. Like, whatever works the best for you, but, you know, we're gonna see during the VOD review if this is okay. Split. Really nice, man. I don't know what to say. Like, this is a really good performance on Split. Sunset is like... Also, Sunset is also really fucking good KD, ADR. Lotus, fine. Bind. I mean, I think with Omen you can just dominate on Bind up to Immortal 3. If you just follow everything from the ranked playbook that I've mentioned once again. Like, it's so easy to carry the games on Bind up to Immortal 3 with Omen. Ascent. On Ascent, you know, if Omen is not working for you, fuck it. Stick with a Claw. Anyways, like in Ascendant and low Immortal Elo, you don't need to pick a specific meta controller on Ascent to carry your games. It really doesn't matter. Like, if the Claw works for you, fuck it. Pick the Claw, run it down, carry these idiots. Claw is really good actually on Ascent and can be a potential meta pick with a medal and there's utility, whatever. Now, on Breeze, I don't know why you're playing Claw. Like, literally, calm down. Like, to be honest, it is 10 times better on Breeze if you're trying to implement Omen as a secondary controller, like a duelist, instead of playing fucking Claw. Like, I don't know what's up with the Claw on Breeze. Run it down with Neon. Try to see what you can do better on Neon. Maybe try to pick up the Viper, but after these nerfs, I don't know. Based on your KD, ADR, and overall mechanical skill, mechanical statistics, quote unquote, maybe like you can also try a Chamber or Jet. Like, you play so many games on Omen, Neon, and Claw that I think that you would be a really good, like, actually a duelist player as well. You know? Maybe, I don't know, like, maybe you can, instead of running it down with Neon, maybe you can try Chamber. A bit slower paced gameplay, abusing the operators, outlaw, stuff like that. Maybe you can try Jet on Breeze as well. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. And on Icebox, Claw, and Omen, okay. Okay. Now, when it comes to your tracker, like, you know, the first time we did a VOD review for you, it was like when you were like Platinum 1, and I think that was like in episode 8, Act 1. From that moment on, you went from Platinum 1 to Ascendant 1, but you spent the last like 2 acts in this Ascendant 1 elo. To be honest, like, I mean, the last act you spent in Ascendant 1. This is really good improvement. To be honest, this is really fucking good. Like going from Platinum 1 to Ascendant 1 in just 2 months, 3 months. That's actually a really good improvement for an average player that doesn't play the Valorant that much. Like, my guy has only 50, 61 hours of playtime. Like, this is really nice. Like, to be honest, like, if you play, like, 120 hours of Valorant in an act, I think you can easily get to Immortal 1 with this performance. Like, already. Like, a very high win rate, KD, headshot percentage is nice. Like, I can see that your KST also got better. Brother, I've never coached any... Like, look at this. So this is where we did our first, like... these are his statistics before our 2 VOD reviews. And these are his statistics before, like... before the training that I've given him. And after the training and after the applying a specific mindset that I was teaching him, like, all of the other statistics went up as well. Like, I like to see that. KST 77%. This is so fucking good. This means that my guy is a really fucking valuable asset to his team. in the solo queue matches. He is playing the proper refrag game, like, based on your statistics on tracker. Bro, just play Valorant, try to play 200 matches during this act, and you're already, like, Immortal 1 without any problems. I think the real problems for you are going to begin in Immortal 2 and Immortal 3 elo. Then you will need to change your playstyle for 20 to 40% if you want to hit Radiant and contest the enemies in high elo lobbies. But with these statistics and this performance, we don't need to do any VOD reviews unless you become Hearthstuck or like or if you start having problems in that low Immortal elo. This is really nice, bro. Like, I have nothing to shit about, like, you know, literally nothing to shit about. Let me see some of the statistics, like, sorry, I don't see the... Yeah, this is nice, good, very good, very good, very good, very fucking good. Last, that's nice. Nothing to shit about, literally. On attacks, 80% KST. Sheesh. 53% round win percentage. 54. Brother. Like, keep doing the training that I've shared with you. Keep playing the game as you're playing it right now. You will be immortal in no time. Like, literally in the next 2 months, you're immortal guaranteed. But let's see what you can do better on Icebox, of course. Like, you know, more knowledge is never, like, is never bad. And we need to fix, like, this win percentage on Icebox Boximus. Is he following the tips I've given him? Very good fucking loadout statistics. Like, this is so good, man. When is the last time we did a VOD review for him? So we did, like, 30 days ago. When was this? This was in March. March 25. He was Diamond 1. 25th of March. He was Diamond 1. Here he was Diamond 1. And there was one more. Diamond 1. But there's also Platinum 3. Bro, we did so many VOD reviews for him actually in the last... So this is the first VOD review we did. December 8th actually is the first VOD when he was Platinum 3. Not bad, not bad. I'm satisfied with this shit. Like, to be honest, like, my guy is on a really good path. Really good path. Vandal Phantom. Bro, with the Phantom, you're actually popping off like 1 KD. Sheesh. You know, listen. You know, your weapon variety can still be a bit better. You know, like, you have way too many kills with these 2 weapons compared to other weaponry. Probably you can get away with some more cheesy kills with Operator, Outlaw. Diversify yourself as a player a bit more. But as long as something is working for you, keep doing what's actually working for you. Once it stops working, figure out if you can improve it somehow. If you cannot improve it, let's figure out some new solution, obviously. The easiest tracker review of my life, like, fuck it, bro. Like, let's move into the VOD. So we're starting on the defender side. I don't know what to say. Here's the team that we all want. Brother, 77% KST and 80% KST on the attack is insanity. It's really fucking good. Bro is really grinding hero. Okay, during this VOD review, we're gonna focus on his questions. We're gonna focus on his mechanical skill. You know, I need to give him some new training if that is actually required. And we're also gonna focus on you know, what he can do a bit better with Omensky on Icebox. Let's remove all of this. We're first round Icebox. Let's get it. Okay. Done, done, done. Okay, let's talk about the Icebox defender side one more time. So, on the defender side of Icebox, A site is your default bomb site and #1 priority in the earlier stages of the game and generally throughout the match. Your #2 priority is B site and #3 priority mid area of the map. Essentially, you should not be wasting your potential as Omen in the mid area of the map unless enemies are really destroying your mid or you have a really good read that enemies are gonna go on to, you know, they're gonna do some kind of a split or they're fucking up your teammates in mid, etc, etc. Now, in the first round, you always play on A site. Like, the best setup for the first round of Icebox in ranked environment is like playing 3 players. On A, 1 player around the mid, 1 player on B, and just playing the retake of the B side. Fuck it. Now, what do we do in the first round with Omen? I have explained enormous amount of setups and enormous amount of strategies in my ranked playbook on my Discord server, but I'm just gonna showcase my favorite one for the first round of Icebox. So in the first round of Icebox, I like to play a bit more passively, and I like to outmaneuver the enemies on the actual site. So basically, I will tell my teammates not to push the enemies, just to fight them from the actual site, and you start the round hiding on the A tower behind this position right here. Now, for this strategy, you can buy whatever the hell you want. You can buy a classic pistol, light shield, 2 smokes, 2 shrouded steps. You can buy a classic, short T, light shield, and 2 smokes. You can buy a frenzy even with utility. You can buy a ghost with utility. Like, the whole point is you need to have 2 smokes and that's it. Now, we are waiting for the enemies to initiate their push, and we are waiting for the enemies to come somewhere around this, and this area of the map. When the enemies are there and they are ready to execute the site, you're dropping this smoke in combination with this smoke right here, and you're taking the ropes inside of your smoke right here. Now, this smoke setup is gonna create a shit show in the enemies' heads. Like, basically, they don't know what the fuck is even happening. And if you do this setup exactly as the enemies are initiating their push, like, there are multiple things that are gonna happen for you. First thing, maybe you're gonna catch the enemy jet that is dashing onto the 410 generator, delete her. Maybe one guy is gonna be using the ropes, you can delete that guy. Now, around this smoke here, you also have the gap on the left side where you can simply play on the contact between your teammates and the enemies, and then ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, and maybe go for an additional outplay. For an example, we can also come all the way up here, and from this position, try to kill the enemies on the belt, try to kill the enemies here, and once again, we can maybe go for an additional outplay, like teleporting behind the enemies. Also, from this position, you can teleport all the way here, which might be very unpredictable, and, you know, probably if majority of the enemies are already here, no one is gonna be in this area of the map, and we can go the full circle with 2 shrouded steps and just try to fully outmaneuver the enemies and fuck them up. Like, there's so many opportunities that you can create with this setup to delay the enemy's push, stop the enemy's push, get 1, 2, 3 kills, outplay the enemies, etc, etc. It's a really good setup also in eco rounds, Halby rounds, you know, when you're having the shotguns, shorty, Bucky, Judge, Stinger, whatever the fuck you're playing, to get the cheesy kills and just to delete the enemies. There are multiple other strats that you can use in the first round. This is my personal favorite. I have like 70 to 80% success rate with this strategy when the enemies are pushing A site. And if the enemies are pushing B site, you're just, you know, doing the default smokes, retaking the site, and that's basically it. Like, you know. Anyways, everything in Valorant is a bit of a gamble. We don't really know where the enemies are gonna go in the first round. We're just playing A site because it's our default site. Now, what is a default site in Valorant? A site that is easier for the attack, harder for defense, easier for the postman, harder for retake. Ooh, what the fuck is this? What the fuck?
Multiple enemies A.
Okay. You did absolutely nothing. this round. I don't know what he wanted to do. Did he want to take the rope, but he has a classic pistol with a light shield. Like, this ain't it, man. Like, you're baiting the shit, you know. I don't know, man. Like, if you already want to support your jet that is peeking the enemies here, it is much better if you're doing this one way. There's a one-way smoke here. I cannot find it right now, but I explained it in the ranked playbook. Like, just watch the ranked playbook. I'm fucking retarded. I cannot bother with it. Or maybe giving that jet like a one-way smoke up here so she can fully focus on the enemies on the right side. You can hold enemies with this one way from the pipes. Try to, not from the pipes, but from the, you know, fourth generator, from the belt, etc., etc., from the screens. Like, I don't know what he's doing, bro. Why are we playing so passively if our jet is already this aggro? And this smoke here that he deployed right now doesn't make any sense. Like, enemies are always gonna push through that smoke with a pop flash. Like, I don't know, like, literally that smoke doesn't do anything. It's just a waste. Okay, listen. From now on, please. After this VOD review, you have a, you know, you're a Discord subscriber. Like, you have the access to the ranked playbook on my Discord server. Like, just take a look at my ranked playbook for Omen on Icebox. Like, there's 5, 6, 7 different strategies that you can do compared to this shit. Like, I don't know. My guy was just waiting for Jet to kill someone. Doing first smoke didn't make any sense. Second smoke was okay. You know, like, to maybe protect the Jet and to also create a one-way for the guy that is playing in the generator. You know, this smoke was completely fine. But then, like, you know, we're just in a really fucked up scenario. Like, here, enemies can peek us there, like, we did nothing in this round. You need to, like, you know, in the first round, you always want to do some kind of a cheesy strategy to potentially get 1 or 2 kills, get the fuck out, and play the retake with your teammates. Like, my mindset in the first round is, I don't want to stop the enemy's push alone. I don't want to stop the 5-man push with 2-3 teammates on site. I just want to create numbers advantage, create a confusion, and basically chaos, get 1 or 2 kills, and get the fuck out. And that's it. Like everything that he did in this round is nothing, essentially. At the end of the day, it would have been much better if he just bought a, I don't know, a sheriff and just played some of these, you know, off angles to potentially get a kill. That would have been better compared to what he was doing in this specific round. Now listen, whenever you lose the first round, whenever you win the first round on Icebox, in the second round you're always forcing Outlaw with a light shield or heavy shield, and you're going for the aggro peak in the window and holding the tube and mid area of the map. And you're playing fast rotation between A site and B site. Whenever you lose the first round, we need to gamble. Like, players in Valorant, most of the times, have the mindset when they're playing the second round on the attacker side. Like, 60 to 70% of times, in that second round, is going to be the B push. That doesn't make any fucking sense to do, but I just noticed that for some reason players love the B set in a second round on the attacker side of Icebox so much. Probably because they're playing close range weapons. Like, I don't know why the fuck would you buy a Stinger or Spectre on Icebox. You know, you should be buying Bulldog, Outlaw, Guardian, I don't know, stuff like that, but whatever. So in a second round, if I lose the first round, what I usually do is, like, I play a classic pistol shorty strategy around this area of the map. And there's multiple ways how we can play it in the B main area of the map. First thing that you can do, you can simply create this setup, like just buy a classic pistol, shorty, and that's it. Drop the shorty on the ground, pick up the shorty when the round starts, and position this type of a smoke on the enemy's contact. Bam. The smoke needs to have this circle right here 90% of times. enemies are not gonna check you instead of this circle. They're not, sometimes players don't even check the smoke on top, to be honest. When the enemies are close to you, you come out, try to kill 1, 2 enemies. 90% of times you're not gonna survive. You're just gonna get like 1 or 2 kills, delay the enemies push a bit, which is more than enough for an eco round. In eco rounds, your job is not to survive, it is to lower down the numbers and damage the enemy's economy. And if you survive, in those 10% of the times, you know, you just create the numbers advantage and you get the fuck out. Like, the times when you actually survive is like, if you get this type of a kill, right here. If an enemy gets into the smoke, and above you, and you do this, then you can TP away and potentially get away. But also from this position, you can just go for this teleport, maybe go all the way behind the enemies, try to additionally outplay them. It's really depends on the situation, scenario, what type of utility enemies have, etc, etc. But I don't know if I would ever play like the second round of Icebox on the A site. Once again, everything in Valorant is gambling, but you need to learn the smart gambling based on the statistical data. Like, I'm not doing 50-50 gambling, ever. Like, every strategy that I do, every time when I position myself on a defender side, it is based on a certain amount of factors. And certain experience. Either experience from the previous rounds, or from the previous games. Okay, this can work. Ooh, but when you're doing this... he's trying to do what I've explained in the first round, but you don't start here, brother. Like, when you're doing this, you need to wait for the enemies to be at least around this, or this area of the map. So they're already initiating the push. And you're starting the round here, so that the enemies don't see you. And we're doing this smoke in combination with this smoke. And then, bam. Moving in with the shorty. Jet dashes in. Bop, bop. Take the gun. Try to clutch the round. Enemies are close to you. In the second smoke, we can take the ropes. Bop, bop. Kill that enemy. Take the gun. Maybe. Additionally, outplay the enemies.
Spike down A.
Listen, whenever you're playing inside of the Omen smokes, your primary focus should always be on the audio and minimap. Like here, in this example, if I saw that enemy Omen is below me, or in this example, my KO is fighting the Reyna on the right side with a shorty, I'm not waiting. I want to make sure that that KO survives. I want to potentially get a kill with this shorty, trade myself for a kill, and that's it. Like, I'm never gonna wait so much inside of my smokes, waiting for my teammates to die like a potatoes, not doing anything. Like here, I'm inside of the smoke, Reyna is there, I'm killing the Reyna, trying to take her gun, and potentially taking one more kill, and making sure that my chaos survives. Like, you baited a lot here, and, you know, if I was the enemy in the enemy team, I would definitely, like, you know, be aware that you're still maybe inside of this smoke.
Last player standing.
Like, it would have been much better if he done this. Sorry guys, I'm so tired. Like it would have been much better if he did this, like, before the KO died, so that we now have one more teammate to maybe win this round. Okay. Okay, good. Nice fake teleport. Okay, we can still win this, to be honest. Okay, not bad. Like, this 1v2 scenario, he could have played a bit better and a bit slower. You know, there was no reason to contest the enemies here aggro with 22 HP. Enemies didn't play in the spike. We have one smoke. Well, let's play with their brain. You know, with their mind. Let's do a smoke here, maybe. Like this. Then go around the smoke. Do this teleport. Now, enemies are gonna think we teleported somewhere God knows where. We can just, or maybe just do this, you know. We do this, and now we just play passively. Like, some enemy is always gonna be curious, unless the enemies take the spike and go B. They need to check the smoke, they need to be careful. Maybe the Jet is gonna come here, check all of these angles. She's gonna think that you went into the smoke onto tower. Maybe you get a backstep kill. Wait for them to start planting the spike. You will know the location of one enemy, and you just need to search for the second enemy. Like, there's no reason to rush these 1v2 scenarios. If you're already low HP with a close range weapon and like you have plenty of time to work with. It's just stupid. Stupid. I mean, obviously, like, you know, you just need to change your mindset, and that's it. It's not stupid, like. Okay, this third round is also the round that I will usually play on the B side. Because once again, players in Valorant have this mentality like, oh, we're playing with the short range weapons, with a Spectre, Stinger, shit like that. Let's push mid, let's split B, let's push B side. Like right now in this round, there is like 80% of chances that enemies will do something here, and only 20% of chances that enemies will push the A side again. And that's why in this round we should be playing somewhere on the B side or mid area of the map. And if they push A side, it really doesn't matter, because like we have the long range weapons. Even if if your teammates are defending A side in this bonus round, anti-bonus round, they should be able to get, you know, at least 1 or 2 kills. Like it would be much more retarded, like if your Gecko dies, because your Gecko can easily die in this scenario alone, and then the whole map is open, B side is open, etc, etc.
Enemy spotted A.
Listen, slow down with your smokes a bit. I feel that you're using your smokes prematurely on the A set of Icebox. Like, when do I do this type of a boob smoke setup? Like, I do it when I see at least one enemy here, here, or here. And I'm not gonna do this smoke setup immediately on the first contact between enemies and my teammates when the enemies are here or here. You're wasting the timing of your smokes, the potential of your smokes, but also, you know, the beauty of a set of Icebox is that there's enormous amount of off angles to potentially get a kill. Like we have a double tower setup right here. We can play this position in 3 different ways. We have this off angle here. We can just hide, wait for the enemies to pick the contact with our teammates, peek, get a kill, get the fuck away. We have this off angle, like we can play this position right here. We can like, from this spot, like we can kill the enemies. There, like we can just hide, wait for our teammates to get a contact with the enemies, surprise the enemies with a peek, try to get a kill. This position we can play in 3 different ways. We have this off angle to snipe the enemies going through the belt and potentially get a kill. Like, bro, like, chill a bit. Try to abuse some off angle first to potentially get a kill, and then let's do the booby smoke setup, delay the enemies push, and maybe try to even fuck them up around these smokes.
Shadows traveling. Cover going out.
Enemy spotted A.
And whenever you're doing this setup, you don't want to play, you know, on the rafters. Like with this setup, you really want to play a bit more closer to the enemies, essentially. You want to see the smokes, basically. Like, it is much better right now if you're playing maybe on top of the 8 tower, top of the 410 gen, top of the generator on the right side, around the rafters position right here, instead of playing here. Because right now you blocked all of the, you know, angles that you see from this position, actually. You don't see anything, like, I mean...
Enemy spotted A.
Freeze the quest. Flash.
You basically fucked yourself up in this round. And once again, you did nothing. Bro, my guy got surprised by that Omen. Like there's no chance that enemy Omen is gonna peek you. Like, what? My guy is stressed out, man. Chill a bit, bro. Like, you're not gonna die in real life. It's all good. Oof. Listen, man, like, here. You need to, like, always move together with your teammates that are below you when you're playing above them. Like, make sure that you're able to refrag them. In this scenario, we need to move with the Reyna. And the fight that Reyna picks is the fight that we want to pick. Like, there is no way that this Reyna is not going to pick up any fights right now. And there's only, I mean, there's not only 50 seconds of the clock, but the thing is, like, enemy Omen got a kill around the pipes area of the map, like, and there was like 80% of chance that your Reyna is gonna pick that fight with the Omen. And also, like, another thing is, like, you know, enemies like are 3 versus 2. They need to isolate the numbers. They need to isolate you into 1 versus 1 fights. Like, if I was the enemy Omen, I need to search for some gunfight to make this round actually more winnable. Basically, whenever you make a numbers advantage, especially on the defender side, like, try to focus more on what your teammates are doing rather than what enemies are gonna do. Like, if your teammates pick a 1v1 fight and they lose it, and they lose that numbers advantage, you're just fucked. You're not fucked, but, you know, that numbers advantage didn't have any point at all. Whenever I create numbers advantage on a defender side, I don't really focus that much anymore on map control, spike control, what enemies are doing. I'm more focused on a proper refrag game, making sure that I'm gonna compensate every single mistake of my allies, and that's it. Also, right now, you entered the medium elo in Valorant, which is the babysitting elo. So this Ascendant low immortal elo is like a babysitting elo. Like, majority of your matches and rounds, you're gonna lose because your teammates are undisciplined and they have no fucking idea how actually to play the game of Valorant. Like, and you need to heavily focus yourself on compensating the mistakes of your allies, but also at the same time, you know, we need to figure out how to counter the enemies as well. But as soon as you make numbers advantage, fuck it. Just stick to the butthole of your most aggressive teammate that has the highest chances of dying at that moment of time, or a teammate that is doing something useful for you, and play with that guy as best as you can.
One enemy remaining.
Now, we're 2 versus 1. Fuck the A-side control. We don't care where this guy is gonna end up. I don't care if she's gonna plant the spike on A, B, C, D, E, F, G. All I wanna do is I wanna fight with Gecko, make sure that the Gecko survives, and I just play a retake with the Gecko. Right now, the absolutely best game decision is telling your Gecko brother, can you come back into the CT? And basically, both of you guys are playing here, holding the window, holding the CT, holding basically this area of the map. This guy starts planting the spike on A. We're going together through the rafters. Gecko has the flash, wingman. Easy, 2v1. She plants the spike on B, no problem. We're going for the B retake, clearing the angles together. And in a 2v1 scenario, you should always expect that last enemy is probably gonna push you a bit more aggro. And you should carefully basically clear all of this area of the map right here. Like, instead of just now allowing the Gecko to do whatever the fuck he wants, or you doing whatever the fuck you want. This position here is stupid. Why is this positioning stupid? Because right now, this guy can kill us from behind. This guy can kill us from here. Sky can kill us from here. Sky can kill us from here. Why should we observe 4 different possibilities and have 4 different angles from which the sky can fuck us up, when we can isolate all of these angles into one, which is basically the CT? And then, if she, we're just playing together the proper refrag game, she cannot isolate us into 1 versus 1 gunfights. You will have much higher chances of winning this specific round. Sky can literally be anywhere, like anywhere.
Standing.
Bet. Ooh, they lost this round. This is what I'm talking about. Like, Gecko was not ready to refrag you because we played like imbeciles on in this post lane. Like, I'm never teaching the players to be IGLs in ranked solo queue, and I'm never forcing the players in my coaching sessions to be IGLs. But you need to talk and to give some kind of a plan in the first round. You need to like navigate your teammates in eco rounds and halby rounds. When you have some kind of a good plan, say it, tell it to your teammates. Give the info, where the fuck are the enemies, how much you damage them for. And in these like clutch scenarios, or scenarios when you're 2 versus 1, 3 versus 1, where 1 enemy is alive, you need to micromanage your teammates a bit more. And if they don't want to listen, try to play a bit more of a baiting game where you're providing a silent support for your allies. Like, for example, if this Gecko didn't want to listen to us, what I would do simply is I would just play in the CT right here, watching my anal cavity, basically here, and waiting to see if the Gecko is gonna pick the contact with the Sky, and trying to fast refrag the Gecko as soon as he gets the fight with the Sky. But holding in this while being fully exposed from here, you're just, you're gambling a lot. Now in this round, only God knows what enemies are gonna do. So literally, they won like all 3 rounds on the A side. We need to continue playing on A, and in this round we need to do some kind of fun eco round strategy, halby strategy. Now in this round, what we can try to do, we can maybe buy a sheriff with a light shield and go for this aggro play as soon as the round starts. Basically, as soon as the round starts, you do this, try to go for a headshot kill, get the fuck out with a kill, and that's it. We can also buy a Bucky, Stinger, some close range weapon, and we can play some kind of a strategy like this. Basically deploying this smoke right here, creating this circle, and trying to outmaneuver the enemies around this position. From this spot, we can teleport on tower, we can teleport on belt behind the enemies, we can also just swing out, take 1 or 2 kills, and that's it. We can also play around this smoke, a bit more aggro. There are so many different strats that I have explained in the ranked playbook. Or we can just play passively on site as well. Frost, thank you all for the tier 1 sub, man. I just want to say one more time. This setup doesn't look like this. Like, smoke goes here, and the smoke goes here. So, we're isolating the fight here. We're isolating the fight at the belt. We have the gap here that we can use to peek the enemies and kill them. Peek the enemies and kill them. We can also use the ropes to get into the second smoke and kill the enemies here. So this smoke doesn't go there. It goes here, and this smoke here. And please, for the love of God, don't use your smokes from this position. Like, drop down, use it from here, and then take the ropes, or simply just play on tower do the smoke here, take the ropes, enter in, fuck up the enemies. When you're playing inside of this smoke, positioning is also very important, which I have once again explained in my ranked playbook. So, when you're doing this setup, we use this smoke, and we are never playing on the right side. You're sitting inside of the smoke on the left side, and you're placing your crosshair for the ropes push. So, we primarily want to fuck up this Jet and this Reyna that are using the ropes. And if no one is using the ropes, then we're using this opportunity, or this opportunity to potentially fuck up the enemies. So inside of the smoke, I'm not aiming randomly. I'm playing always on the left side to avoid the spam. Majority of the players, like, when they see this smoke setup, what they like to do is they like to spray like this. Very rarely, they're gonna spray this position. So I'm sitting somewhere around here, like this. And bop, 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 bop. Easy kills. Okay, listen. Usually what I like emphasize in my coaching sessions is that in the first 4 rounds, you should never trust your teammates. You should always try to counter the enemies yourself. And you should always start your matches in a very pessimistic way. Your mindset in the first 4 rounds is, my teammates are mentally retarded until they prove me wrong. And from the 4th round, you're deciding how you want to play the rest of the game. Now, in this specific match, but another thing that I want to emphasize is you need to have a very good balance between your ego and what makes more sense for you. So, if you play 4 rounds, and every round you're trying to counter the enemies yourself, so you're reading the enemies and trying to counter them, but it's not working out for you, and you are the problem, call for a switch. Like maybe in this round, tell your Jet, Gecko, KO, and Reyna to stack the A site, and you defend the B site alone, and you just play a rotation. Like whenever you notice that you are the problem, you're not able to defend something or counter the enemies, call for a switch, call for a change, call for a help. You never know. Maybe your Gecko is the godlike player to defend the A set of Icebox. You don't know. You're playing with 4 random teammates against 5 random enemies. You don't know what type of a solution your teammates are gonna have. So right now, maybe that is something that we can do, or simply because it is, but to be honest, we still didn't do any of the strategies that I've showcased in my ranked playbook, so we still have plenty of things to... Yo, no, what the fuck is this? Okay.
I'm getting him in. He's already up flower. He's pushed pallet A.
Okay. I mean, it's not okay. Listen. If 3 or more, so if 3 or 4 of your teammates are forcing, you're always forcing with them. Like in this round, you're not playing a shorty with a heavy shield. You're playing a heavy shield judge, light shield judge utility, heavy shield sheriff utility, heavy shield stinger shorty utility. Like, this is a full buy round for you. Like, you're not gonna play short. I'm not gonna play shorty in this round. That is the first thing. Second thing, this play, it can work. It's okay. Like, it's not bad. It's not good. It's like optimal. There is a world where this type of a setup can actually work, and you can maybe get 1 or 2 cheesy kills, especially in eco rounds. So Okay, whatever, literally, but, you know, enemies just said, fuck the belt and let's push through the lower area of the map.
One mid.
I love how enemies just ignored him completely, man.
Get him in. He's already up flower. He's pushed pallet A.
Last player standing.
Nothing to do here, literally, like, I mean, enemies just ignore the bell this round.
Everywhere. Shadows traveling.
That's
I'm a
it.
smoke stay.
Shadows traveling.
What? Okay. In the full rounds, when you have a Vandal, Phantom, Operator, Outlaw, like, let's try to focus more on abusing off angles to potentially get a kill, as many off angles as possible, and incremental gunfights, instead of starting the round by waiting for the enemies to push and doing the fucking smokes. Like, there is like 20 different off angles and setups that you can abuse on the A set of Icebox to potentially get a kill and get the fuck away. And then, when the enemies are initiating the push, you know, they're around this area of the map, we're doing the smokes to delay and stop the enemy's push, to fuck up the enemies, and that's it. I feel that you're just like wasting your time doing nothing, you know, like. Oh, we're lagging a bit.
I've got your trail.
Very good. Oh, bro. I literally wanted to say, like, in this situation here, the best game decision is just to teleport and as basically going to CT and connect with your jet. But going to the B set right now and leaving the jet alone and praying to God that she's going to survive this, I don't know about this, man. Fake teleport. Okay. This is actually fucking good.
Last player standing.
This was actually fucking good. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad.
3 killed.
Not bad. That was actually much better idea than mine. Much better idea than mine. That was actually so fucking good.
Seconds left.
I mean, they're gonna go beast, so we need to make some kind of a move, like, we're just wasting our time.
Spike planted.
Like, he should have started moving towards beast at, like, 15 seconds ago. Ah, we don't have time for this, man. Listen, also, like, when you're playing Omen... Listen. When you're playing Omen, if you're feeling afraid, you know, pathing through a specific area of the map, because you need to check enormous amount of angles, but you use your smokes to isolate some angles. Fuck it, like, you know, if you're scared here that that chamber can be there, ma fuck it, just use this shit. Let's go. We need to go. Like, the spike is planted. We don't have that much time to retake. You're scared here about a potential enemy. Fuck it. Let's use a smoke here. We'll deal with that later. Let's clear all of this. And then let's move slowly. Maybe clear the kitchen. Move forward. Like, you don't have time to clear all of these angles methodically one by one. I mean, he didn't even clear them all properly, but you get the point.
Cover going out.
No time for this, man. Like,
Cover going out.
listen. If you want to play, so hear me out. Like, what he's trying to do here with the judge is absolutely fine. You know, it can work out. Why not? The only thing is, like, when you're playing here with the shotguns, the smoke needs to look like this. So this is how the smoke looks like. And then you're playing at this corner, right here. Why do we need this corner? To dodge the enemy's random spray, to dodge the enemy's utility, boom bot, flashes, shit like that, recon utility, so we can move in and out of the smoke, surprise the enemies, maybe get away with a few kills and get the fuck out, or maybe continue an additional aggression. Like, I would never play inside of this I would never play inside of this smoke here, because it's a very common spot to be spammed, and you really need this angle to hide your body. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen right now for him, but he should die. No, this is my guy is a fucking Neo, man. Like if I played like this, I would have been dead like 10 seconds ago. Like, my guy is a Neo, bro, man. The first bullet hit him. Yeah. Omen smokes last for 15 seconds. So when you deploy your smoke, your first smoke, for some kind of a strategy like this, what are we looking at? We are looking either at the timer or at the timer down here. When this timer down here is around 17 or 16 seconds, you need to deploy. You need to pull out the second smoke, so this type of a shit doesn't happen for you. Pay attention on this, like, come on, man. We are Ascendant 1. We did already like 3-4 VOD reviews. I mean, I've never seen this type of shit happening for you. This match is really, I don't know how the fuck is this match like 15 minutes, like, long. But these type of deaths should not be happening, you know. This is like a timing problem that is easily fixable.
Backside.
Player standing.
Is this recording? What do you mean?
Wasted.
Is this a first round? Okay, listen. One more thing. On Icebox, another thing that you need to learn and that you need to play is the fucking operator. Enemies are quite literally just running it down. Like, this is how the enemies are pushing the A main area of the map. Like this. And running it down. 0 flashes, 0 utility. They don't even have a Sova. Brother. Operator. Instantly. Off angle. Kill. Reposition. Enemies are pushing through belt. Kill. Enemies are pushing. Kill. Enemies are pushing. Kill. I don't give a fuck if you're playing Jesus Christ as a character in Valorant. You need to learn to play snipers on Breeze and Icebox on a defender side. I'm playing Viper. I'm gonna play operator if I find an opportunity to fuck up the enemies. I'm playing Cypher. I'm gonna play operator if I see an opportunity to fuck up the enemies. Enemies are playing an eco halberd round, and I'm choosing which weapon to buy. I'm gonna buy Outlaw. for easy kills and securing the round. Yes. On the A set of Icebox, you're playing way too passively. You have many better strategies and tactics in the ranked playbook that you can try to use to fuck up the enemies, outmaneuver them, you know, like off angles and stuff like that. But another thing that we didn't try is using the operator with these off angles to potentially get a kill. Enemies are literally running it down. They don't have a recon agent. I mean, they have a Sky, but it's, you know, it's Icebox and it's really like, you know. She doesn't do anything on this map, to be honest. Because you're ignoring us in chat, Papito, what do you mean? Aha, okay.
You want to play? Let's play.
He just reached Ascendant, so it's probably Diamond 3 lobbies. I mean, this is Ascendant 1 game, so... Yeah, it's like Ascendant 1, Diamond 3. I mean, look at this. Jet on the attacker side is using the operator, and you're not buying it. Come on, man. And it is completely fine that in this round, he played A side. Because his teammates are stacking B side. One teammate is on mid, somebody needs to be on A, you know. We don't have any info about the enemies. A lot of players are afraid to invest in operator and give it to the enemy. Bro, hear me out. If you never try to do something, how are you gonna get better at that something? You know? If you're never trying like to use operator, how are you gonna get better with operator? It is completely different playing operator in deathmatch, in team deathmatch, in practice range, and in the game as well. While you're holding the angles, while you need to check the fucking minimap, while you need to react fast, while enemies can use the utility, stuff like that. Like, majority of players are not growing in Valorant only because they're not allowing themselves to get outside of their comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. Like, do you think I learned to play Omen by sitting in the middle of A site and using 2 smokes 24/7, playing passively? Do you think I learned to play Jet by, I don't know, like, by not playing her? Do you suggest buying Op on attack or no as a chamber or Jet? When it comes to buying operator and outlaw on the attacker side, I buy them only if I see an opportunity to fuck up the enemies. If enemies are very repetitive, they're playing the same positions, and only on the maps such as Icebox and Breeze, sometimes I buy the operator without any information, just blindly. Because, you know, long-range maps, Op can be very useful to clear majority of these angles, get some easy picks, stuff like that. This smoke here that he has done is okay, first of all, this smoke on mid that he has done, there is much better smoke. Like, he can do just a regular one-way here. This one-way is gonna completely stop the enemy Jet from pushing the mid. There's no fucking way that enemies are gonna have the confidence to push through this. Second of all, instead of doing this smoke, because actually in this scenario, this smoke is okay. Like, this smoke is good when you have one teammate that is behind the yellow. But when all of your teammates are on the site and no one is yellow, much better smoke is the one way right here. So it's okay, like, I would just change the smoke on mid, to be honest.
Last player standing. Last player.
This is one of those 40% of rounds that you cannot control at all. Like, his team has died before he even started rotating. Nothing to do about this. We move on to the next round. 60% of matches and rounds are within your control, and it's your fault that you lose them. 40% of things, you cannot do shit about them. You just move forward, and that's it. Of course, here, once again, he could have played a bit better. a bit more passively. You know, like try to see where are all of the enemies. Aha, enemy jet with operators on mid. Let's try to catch that jet off guard. Maybe, you know, jet is gonna peek this. We kill the jet. Then we move into the site. We wait for one smoke. Maybe we can smoke this. You know, slowly move into the site. Check this corner. Maybe use the fake shrouded step as a recon tool to reveal the enemies, and then bap, peek the enemies and stuff like that. But if you decide to just swing in a fight like this, you need to win this fight. Crosshair placement here was terrible. But I'm not here to speak about the crosshair placement, bro. Like,
Cover going out. Shadow.
bro, if I see one more time that he's using his smokes from this position here, I'm gonna cut off my balls and eat them on live stream, like literally. The only time when you should be using the smokes from this position is if you're using a smoke here and instantly taking the ropes to get inside of the smoke and play inside of it with a shotgun. This is a strategy that can actually work, and it's a really good counter strategy for Killjoy's ultimate. Like if the enemies are, you know, have the Killjoy ultimate, they're pushing A site. Most of the Killjoy players will plan the ultimate there. You can pop out, bop, try to get a kill. Or maybe with a short you're coming up here, waiting for the enemies to be there, and then bop, trying to be good for 1 or 2 kills. But, brother, like, if you're just gonna play passively, do nothing, like, don't be so overexposed. Like, enemy jet can just updrift, kill you with a sky flash, like, I don't know. You're exposed to the belt. And they're like, we use the smokes in Valorant based on timing and based on the contact between us and the enemy team. Like, you cannot use the smokes immediately as the passive smokes immediately as the round starts. Like, immediately as the round starts, we can use the smokes to take the space from the enemies. Like, for an example, if I'm playing B site, for an example, like I can do maybe a one-way smoke up here, all the way up on that position. Well, I'm kinda tired today, so I cannot even hit it. Like, whatever, you can fucking see that smoke from this spot anyways, like just up there, you know. We can use that smoke in combination with this teleport, maybe take more space from the enemies, try to outplay them, shit like that. We can use this smoke instantly, maybe to deny and to stop the enemies push completely, deny the recon drone, stuff like that, try to fuck up. But you cannot do this smoke setup on the first sound of the enemy's utility. But, you know,
Good job.
they're still, yo, what the fuck, he dropped down. He dropped down. But there's still a circle down here. There is a chance. There is a chance for him to take 2 kills. But this smoke is gonna last for like 6 more seconds. That's a problem. You need to pick up. No, listen. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Okay. Our strategy failed. We dropped down. We deattached. But it's not over yet. We have a close range weapon. Chamber is in front of us. Let's try to get that kill on Chamber at least, instead of disengaging. But anyways, in this like half by eco, force by rounds, like, you should be willing to trade yourself for as many kills as possible. The first kill that you see. Now here, because we completely fucked up this setup, we have nowhere to go. Fuck it. Fuck it. Like, Chamber is in front of me, I'm running out, killing the Chamber, potentially trying to get a kill on the belt, if I'm lucky enough to have the range for that, and that's it. There's no disengaging here. If you actually kill that Chamber and traded yourself for that kill, maybe we would have won this round. Who knows? Plus, yeah. Plus, you had a teammates ready to refrag you. Like, Jet is ready to refrag you on the belt. Reyna is there to refrag you as well. Why are we afraid?
Shadows traveling.
Ah, what the fuck is this, brother? Listen. So, you want to go for the aggressive teleport play onto the belt. First of all, this smoke here is good because it gives you the cover from the enemies there, and you can fully focus on the belt. Okay, so yes, we can do this, but when you're teleporting on the belt, you're always standing close to this edge with half of your body exposed, like something like this, and your crosshair, actually not half of the body exposed, like, you know, this is how you should be standing, essentially. I don't know how to explain it, like just more to the left side. This should be angled down there, and that's it. Like, align yourself with this wall right here. Done. Now, when you want to teleport up there, we're aiming all the way here, there, and you're always going to teleport. You don't need to, you know, improvise. You don't need to, you know, do some random crosshair placement. Like, just go up there, bam, you're up here, go for a peek, take a kill, done. This is taking you too much time. Okay. Okay. I mean, my guy is just not abusing the best off angles and the best positions on the A set of Icebox. Like, listen here. Okay, so Charlatan is playing the game. I'm playing against these enemies. And I want to do this setup. I do this, but for some reason my brain farts, and I cannot do this. Chamber peeks me. I fuck up. I do this. Where do I go? I'm not gonna stay here. I'm not gonna stay here. I'm not gonna stay here. We are abusing the verticality of the A site to potentially get some picks and abuse as many different off angles and positions as possible to potentially get some picks. Like, so we have this smoke setup. We can safely teleport here. Wait for the enemies to initiate the push. Play on the edge here. Aha, Jet is there. Bop, bop, bop. Easy kill. Bop, bop, bop. Easy kill. Drop down. Reposition on the rafters. One enemy is there. Bam, flash. Bop, bop, bop. Easy kill. We are 5 versus 3. I don't need to kill any more enemies. I can just play safe, wait for my teammates, play the retake. But you are consistently, like, I don't know, fighting in some terrible positions with terrible positioning. Like, you don't have a chance. Like, it's always some kind of a 50-50 stupid fight. Abuse more of these off angles, elevated positions, shit like that. Or get aggressive and TP into smoke and then out. Even that would be better. Why not? Like look where he is fighting while playing Omen. What the fuck is this? Why would I be down here when I can just be up here, use the paranoia? Like, there's so many better positions. And I'm not talking about all of these positions because I've literally covered everything in my ranked playbook, like on Discord. Like this is just stupid. I don't want to repeat myself like millions of times. Okay. Did we win that last round? Okay. So, we won this last round. Let's ask ourselves, what did the enemies do last time when we won the round on a defender's side of Icebox? So the last time when we won the round on the A set of Icebox, enemy Jet bought the operator and she was holding tube area of the map and mid, and enemies pushed the B side. That is why in this round I would gamble myself. I would gamble and I would actually play B site with a fast rotation with my ultimate towards the A site. Only because of how enemies played this specific round the last time it happened.
Going out.
I was not fully correct. Enemies are actually pushing mid this time, but at least we would have the full B main control, and I would maybe be able to go for the aggro flank behind the enemies. Maybe I can support this KO underneath the tube, like, at least I'm not on top of the screens doing nothing.
Cover going out.
I've got your trail.
Fnatic is washed. Aye, man. I bought their fucking gun bundle, man.
Chamber and Omen B main.
Actually, they push B side. So basically, you know, when it comes to reading the enemies in Valorant, like, you really need to be hyper focused on how enemies play specific rounds and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of different factors that can tell you in ranked environment what enemies are gonna do and what is the best gamble to actually make. Like, autopiloting and reading the enemies can be fixed in multiple different ways, and I think that I've shared with you some kind of a training in just a second. Just a moment. I don't want to leak it. What the fuck did I share with you? Yeah, I shared it with you already, like, I mean, just keep doing that thing and you'll be good. You will be good. It's okay, that's fine, I guess. I don't know, I think this was such an easy read that enemies are gonna push B side because we only won one round during this game, and as soon as we won the round on A side, enemies were like, let's push B.
Oh, behind me, what the fuck?
Shadows traveling. Stealing sight.
Spike planted. Spike planted.
Chamber is
enemy
yellow.
remaining.
Last one yellow, last one yellow.
Okay. Oh, what the fuck? Is that an operator? Okay, so my guy decided to buy the operator and play the most common angle to ever exist on the A set of Icebox. Brother, this position exists. This position exists. Here, we can play like this. Reposition. Here, then bam, do this. Then from this spot, we can reposition all the way there. Sorry, I missed it again because I'm stupid. All the way there. Then from this spot, bam, another kill. Bam, another kill. Like, better positioning on A site is what you're missing.
Shadows traveling.
Let me rephrase that. Better positioning and repositioning.
Spike planted.
So that you just have more opportunities to actually fuck up the enemies and get as many potential kills as possible without contesting the enemies in a 50-50 gunfight. Like a 50-50 gunfight in Valorant, you should take once you try at least 2, 3, or 4 70-30 gunfights. Now, what is a 70-30 fight? 70-30 fight is the fight where you don't need to fully commit yourself to the fight. You have some kind of an escape route, or you're playing an elevated position with a drop-down spot. You're holding the tight angles, narrow angles, or off angles, shit like that. This teleport that you did here was mega giga risky. I don't know what to say about it. Like, literally.
Spike planted.
I don't know. Okay. Okay.
Sides.
We'll upload this stream to YouTube. I upload all of these VOD reviews on my second YouTube channel. We already done like, I don't know how many of them, to be honest. Let me just check it. We've done like 84 live VOD reviews. I mean, we've done more of them, to be honest, but I didn't upload them. Ooh. What the fuck, bro? It's 1 hour and 20 minutes of VOD review, and we're starting the attacker side. Nice. Okay, let's take a 2 minutes break, and then we continue. I'm gonna be answering on your questions. Ask me any questions in the chat. 2 minutes break. Ask me, chat. Any question. Hey Charlatan, first time here, but been watching your YouTube for quite long. I have a question. I feel like my sense has been super uncomfortable. If I turn it up, it feels too fast, and if I go low, it's too low. I cannot seem to find a comfortable sensitivity. Okay, so sensitivity problem. When it comes to the finding the perfect sensitivity, like that is something that's really hard for me to do without actually coaching you, seeing you play the game, and actually watching your mechanical problems. Like if I give you any advice right now, I might just completely fuck you up. But the best rule of thumb is to simply like how I usually find the perfect sensitivity for the players that I'm coaching players in my private sessions. Like when I have no idea like what to do with a player and what to do with his sensitivity. So I use the following rule. Let's say right now you're using 0.3 sensitivity at 800 DPI. I will force that player to use a 20% lower and 20% higher sensitivity as well. So he's going to have three sensitivities: 0.3, 0.24, 0.3, and 0.36. Now, for 1 month, I'm going to force that player to play on 0.24, second month, 0.3, third month, 0.36, fourth month, 0.3 again. And after that rotation, like either 0.3 sensitivity is going to feel super comfortable for him, or one of these three sensitivities is going to feel better than other. And if you don't find a solution by using this method, then we need to basically like, use some kind of another solution. There's multiple of them, basically. Like, but this is like a general method, like how you can find your sensitivity by using three numbers that are one high, one medium, one low, and then seeing if either your medium sensitivity gets better over the longer period of time, or if lower and higher sense actually suits you a bit better. But when it comes to the sensitivity, I made a whole guide on how to find the perfect sensitivity on my YouTube channel. Take a look at it, and I think that's going to help you much more than what the fuck I said right now. Are you going to upload the Chamber to Radiant series on YouTube? Yes. Not every single match is going to be uploaded. I'm only going to upload the best moments from my streams, like the best setups, strategies, tactics, funny moments, rage moments, shit like that. It's still going to be educational type of content, like, tips, tricks, commentary, stuff like that. But I'm just not going to show every match. Like, we're going to, go through the rounds, through the games, and that's basically it. Because I'm going to play, like, I don't know. It's going to take me at least 100 games to get Radiant. on my main account during 2 months, and I cannot upload every match. But I'm gonna upload the best setups on every map, like, you know, stuff like that. We'll be making the ranked playbook. 13-3 for Navi. Fnatic is fucking washed. Bro, Fnatic down bad. Down bad. I'm new here and to Valorant, so pardon the stupid questions, okay? You play League of Legends. I was actually challenger in League of Legends in Season 3 and Season 4. And in Season 5 I was a Master Tier. And after that I stopped playing League and I switched to, like, fully to Counter-Strike and FPS games. Right now I think I can get, like, Diamond 1 in League of Legends easily. And maybe like a Master Tier. I don't know. Maybe a Master Tier if I play, like, 1,000 hours, like, or something. What happened to your mic? I'm using the second mic. I'm resting a bit here, like, I'm snorting the coke. Twitch, just for the, you know, TOS, like, I'm not doing that. What's your favorite color? Black and yellow. I have a heavy mouse. Should I use a higher sense? Well, kinda, to be honest. Like, you know, the weight of your mouse also dictates what type of sensitivity you should be using. Like with a heavy mouse, it's almost impossible to use the lower sensitivity. You're gonna fuck up your wrist completely. Like, do you recommend Omen or Claw for solo grind? I would always go with Omen, man. I would always go with Omen, to be honest. But some players might just be better with Claw because if you're used to a more simplistic playstyle where you strive in clean gunfights, go with the fucking Claw. But Omen is more beneficial for 90% of the Valorant player base. Do you do drugs? If so, what? But whatever, okay, chill a bit, man. Should Vincan be used only for planting diffusing, or is it more situational? It's situational. Like, there are like 30 or 40% scenarios where Wingman is much better if you use him to scout the enemies as a recon tool and to actually fight the enemies. But 60% of times it's better to use him for planting or defusing the spike. So it's like 60-40. What's the best controller agent to play for solo grind? Omen, without any doubts, to be honest. Because of his versatility and self-sustainability. Second one is Claw. Third one is Brimstone. And fourth is like Viper, Astra, and Harbor. Don't even touch the Harbor, bro. Like, until Immortal 3 Radiant. Even then, like, what the fuck? Why would you play Harbor? What games could you go pro in? Right now, probably none. Like, I think I'm not able to go pro in any game that is, like, established. Now, what I mean by that? Like, one edge... one edge that I have over the average, you know, gamer is that whenever some new game comes out, I have a huge experience and a huge edge over an average player that is coming to that game. Like, I'm really able to just figure out things really fucking fast compared to an average player. And if some new game comes out that is similar to Valorant, some new Battle Royale, such as new PUBG or, I don't know, like some new MOBA game, such as the one that is being developed right now. I cannot speak about it because I'm under NDA. Those are the games where I can go pro. But right now, there's no way I can go pro in Valorant. Like, I would need to invest like millions of hours, to be honest, and even then, only God knows if I'll be able to do it. In Counter-Strike, I'm mechanically too washed up for CS2. And maybe in League of Legends, like, maybe, like, because I have, like, millions of hours in that game and I know ins and outs of it. Do you play the finals? I played it a bit, but I don't know. It's kind of dying right now, no? I have big hands and been looking for a while to look for a new mouse. Any recommendations? I currently have a G305. Logitech, I think I was switching to G502. If you buy a G502 in 2024, you're crazy. Maybe, if you really have big hands, but really big hands, maybe try the new Razer Viper V3 Pro. I've tried the V3 Pro like 2 days ago. I didn't like it because it feels really fucking big. Maybe if you have a really big hands, that mouse is gonna suit you well because the shape is in between Viper V2 Pro and Logitech G Pro Superlight. So it's a very universal shape that might suit you well, to be honest. Is there a need to practice on aim labs to reach higher elo? You need to improve your mechanics somehow. I don't know, like, I mean, you don't need some super crazy mechanics to be a high elo player, but you need to be like I am your threshold when it comes to the mechanical skill. If you're not able to kill me, you're fucked. Because I'm like the bottom of Radiant when it comes to mechanics. I usually play Omen, but I get totally destroyed on Breeze. Should I opt for Viper on Breeze and Omen on... Yeah, I mean, Omen on Breeze is really hard to be pulled off. You can play Omen maybe as a secondary duelist. Maybe. As a duelist, basically. You need Viper on Breeze. Like, either learn Viper or just pick some other agent. I don't know. Chamber, Jet, Sova, Gecko, Chaos, Cypher. Think about it. Yo, Stompin. Okay, let's continue. Is there any more coffee? No. Let's look at the attacker side. Maybe you can be a professional coach in Valorant right now. Bro, I would rather kill myself. I'm kidding, Twitch. Like, I'm not gonna do that ever. I don't know. Being a coach for a pro team is too much of a job. Like, and there's no rewards at all. You know, like you're working like 24/7. Recognition 0. Yes, you're getting that paycheck, but no one is gonna remember you. Like, I don't know. When I was competing professionally in video games, I only competed because of the fame and because of achievements. I never cared about the fucking money. I don't give a fuck about if I get like $5,000 from a tournament or $500. Like, I just wanted that fucking trophy and that's it. Like, and achievements. And I never got any notable, like, you know. I think the highest tournament we won, like, is like $30,000 or something like that. I don't know. What do you think about Yoru in gold, Diamond? He can work. He's an S tier agent. Why not? But I think it's unnecessary complication. Maybe it would be better with, I don't know, simply running it down with Jet. Raise. Try it out. Ooh. Attacker side of Icebox. Listen. A site is our default site, number 1 priority. B site, number 2 priority. And mid area of the map, number 3 priority. So the best idea in the first round of Icebox is to do the A push, because the fights are really clean. You're able to refer your teammates almost at any moment of time. And in my rank playbook, I have fully explained like how to play the first round on the attacker side of Icebox. With Omen, your job is once again to create confusion, apply the pressure onto enemies, and potentially capitalize on the contact between enemies and your teammates. What do I mean by that? So my personally favorite strategy for the first round of Icebox is the following. I buy the classic, light shield, 2 smokes, and paranoia or 2 shrouded steps. We're pushing through the belt, destroying the dart, clearing that angle, and then we're teleporting like this. Or we're scouting the enemies with a teleport. So basically teleporting like this. We are a recon tool for our team. Then we're using the smoke for the screens, using the smoke for the 410 generator, and using the ropes to get up inside of this smoke as our teammates are pushing in through this position down here. If you have a paranoia, then we're just using paranoia and getting up on this position. From this spot, we're trying to isolate the enemies into 1 versus 1 fight, or we're simply playing on the contact between enemies and our teammates. Make sure when you're using the smoke on top of the 410 generator that the smoke doesn't look like this. If you do this type of a smoke, it's a one-way for the enemies. They're gonna fuck up your allies. Make sure that the smoke is in the center, like that. That's the first thing that you can do. There's like 5 more strategies and executes that you can perform, but this is personally my favorite for the first round. It creates a lot of confusion. The only important smoke for your teammates is this smoke right here to isolate this sector into individual fights. And from this smoke, I don't know, you can maybe go for some aggressive play like this. Try to pick some timing to fuck up the enemies. You don't need to do that. You can just fight on the contact between enemies and your allies. It's really up to you. Okay. May I ask, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there is not a single world in which your most aggressive teammate in the first round is here and you're here. Like, this distance doesn't exist. Simply doesn't exist. So, when we are pushing the A set of Icebox, we want to use this smoke when our teammates are here, here, and here. Then we're using the second smoke, and then when my teammates are going in, I'm pushing with them and providing the vertical support for my team. But there is not a single world where I'm here doing this utility as my Jet is there fighting the enemies and fighting for her life. Keep the better distance with your allies. Please correct your timings. When it comes to using the smokes, you're wasting a lot of your smokes potential.
Last player standing.
To be honest, with this type of gameplay, I have no idea how you have 77% KST. Like, this whole match, I don't know, man.
Spike down A.
I have the spike.
I don't even want to talk about the ending of this round, because pathing 0 points, utility usage 0 points, timing 0 points, team play 0 points, everything 0 points. Now listen, if you win the first round on Icebox by pushing the A site, the best idea to be done in the next 2 rounds is to push A site again. So basically pushing the A site 3 rounds in a row, creating an unpredictable pattern of pushing and then faking A and then going B. But if you lose the first round of Icebox, then unfortunately, in the second round, you need to test the enemies on B site and mid. You have the close range weapons, you cannot really push the A site, it's really fucking hard. And we need to just test the enemies a bit on A, B, C, how they're playing there, maybe win a round, I don't know. Just adapt and improvise in this round.
Drop the spike.
Listen, on Icebox and Breeze, I would never, on the attacker side, force in a second round or do some kind of a half buy. The reason is because Outlaw exists. Like basically, if you're playing the third third full buy round after losing the first 2 rounds, you're fucked in a third round if you have a light shield. Like that is why these days I win so many bonus rounds, because players are still not respecting Outlaw at all.
I have the spike.
I don't know. In this round, I would just run it down with a classy pistol or shorty and do some crazy play on B side, and that's it, literally. I'll be following the Gecko and Reyna. Fuck the mid, and that's it, bro. Especially now. Gecko and Reyna have the full B side. What the fuck are we doing on mid? Fuck it. Go B man, plan the spike. Run.
Shadows traveling. Charges.
One back B side.
Player standing.
I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Very good play. 10 out of 10 points. 10 out of 10 points. Kill.
One enemy remaining.
No. He could. Oh, bro. If he just. If he just ignored the sky and went for that Omen kill. I don't know. In this 1v2 with 100 HP. We needed to play on a trigger discipline there. But okay, it was a good play. 9 out of 10 points, but the finish was just like... The landing was, you know, rough. Okay. Not bad. Good way of thinking. Love it. Love the fake shoulder steps.
Cover going out.
Don't receive.
Shadows traveling.
One back side.
You need to be faster when you're pushing the A set of Icebox to support your teammates. First of all, listen. Whenever you're pushing A site and enemies are like eco or halbay, or they're playing a bonus round, this is the smoke setup that we're using on the A side of Icebox.
Cover going out.
So we're using this smoke and this smoke, or we can also use this one way up here that blocks the vision of the enemies on top of the rafters. It's really up to you, depending how the enemies are playing on the actual side. It doesn't matter. Now, you need to be here on the belt when your teammates are here and here, ready to execute the site. So we're supporting with the paranoia, and we're moving in together with our allies. You're way too slow to support your most aggressive teammates, and you need to fix that.
Chamber screens.
Wingman said, fuck it, man. I'm going at the backside.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah.
Blinding.
No reason to push this aggro. No reason to lose the gun right now. It is the 3rd round of the match. Our economy is shit, and we need to play a bit more passively with our teammates. Make sure that we all survive this round with the guns in our hands, so that we are not fucking up our economy for the 4th round and for the 5th round as well. This play, completely unnecessary and risky. We're not gonna lose this round, probably, most likely, but my main focus in those anti-bonus rounds, anti-eco rounds, is not only winning a round, but also making sure that we're building a strong economy for the round number 4, 5, 6, etc, etc. Sorry, like Riot Game servers, you know. And especially I'm gonna make sure that I fucking survive, so that I have a good gun in the next round with all of my utility, and of course with a heavy shield as well. Okay, let's see that. Next round. That's better. Never push the belt in the way that he's pushing it. Whenever you're pushing the belt, you're always pre-aiming the aggressive peek, an aggressive push on the belt. Like, basically,
30 seconds left.
whenever you're going up through this ramp, our crosshair is here. We're clearing that angle, clearing this position, that position, and then we're moving in. How do you know that enemy Omen is maybe... What the fuck? Enemy Omen is not gonna do this. We don't know that. Place your crosshair onto that spot, please. Don't push this carelessly, essentially.
Shadows traveling. Cover going out. Here.
This moment, the setup that he is using is okay. You know, it's one of the optimal smoke setups on the A set of Icebox. But most of the times when I'm using this setup, I'm using it in some eco and halberd rounds, because my main goal with this setup is to push this smoke here, like this, and then from this position you can teleport all the way on tower. And then with a Stinger, you know, Judge, Bucky, Spectre, you know, these close range weapons, I can easily just fuck up the enemies and try to go for a bit more risky play.
Still in sight.
Okay, I mean, we know that Omen and Sky are on the site. Let's get the fuck out of here, no? And rotate B. Yes, sir. What? You can teleport there? Yeah. You can basically teleport from this position all the way into the window up there. Also, you know, you can just do a bit shallow smoke and that's it. From this spot, you can hit the teleport. Fuck me in the ass. You can hit the teleport all the way into the window, but it's a lot harder. You need to do a sideways jump, essentially. When is this teleport useful? When you have like a, you know, you have a smoke here. You maybe have a smoke here like this, or I don't know, like just a regular smoke. We can use a paranoia for the enemies on site or right side, and then just teleport all the way behind the enemies on that spot. And then like we can kill this guy, this guy, this guy, try to outmaneuver the enemies, and the smoke is giving you the cover from the enemies that are here. Of course, you know, there's a lot of different angles that we need to observe, but it's a risky play that can be rewarded in, I don't know, some of the rounds. Eco rounds, halberd rounds.
Cover going out.
Wingman's planting. Right there.
I have the spike.
A bit of fun. That paranoia there was completely unnecessary. This teleport was also completely unnecessary. Smoke for the CT is absolutely shit. It has a huge gap on the left side. So basically utility usage 0 points again. Like, so we needed to smoke the CT like this, creating the trial smoke. Then, instead of teleporting tower, with this smoke, we can just teleport here. And through this position, we can outmaneuver the enemy Omen, take a kill, plant the spike, and that's it. Instead of teleporting here, risking being visible from the mid, and one enemy can just destroy us. And also, paranoia was, I mean, it's okay. Like, yes, we flashed our Reyna, but we also pulled the Omen back. So if we did this, and this, that would have been a great play to destroy the enemy Omen.
Right there.
One enemy remaining.
Listen, I mean, there's a lot of micro mistakes in this round, like that we can talk about. You know, how he was holding that CT angle was not really the best idea ever. Like, he should have held it more wide like this, so he sees all of the positions from which chamber can come off from. He also could have completely ignored the chamber, keep his location a secret, and then peek the chamber as the chamber is clearing the angles on the actual site. Also playing here fully overexposed from the mid area of the map without any information. Where's the last? Where are the enemies? Is completely fucked up. He needed to play this position because he didn't know if some enemies are mid. He didn't know that 2 enemies are CT. So we're gonna disregard all of that. Now, in this 2v1 scenario, if you have the ultimate, instead of risking 1v1 fights, just teleport over the KO. You're keeping your location a secret, playing a proper refray game with a KO. Your KO cannot make a mistake of picking some retarded 1 versus 1 gunfight, and that's how you compensate the mistakes from your teammates. And also, you're not allowing yourself to make some kind of a mistake as well. Because only God knows what this guy is gonna do. We talked about this. This paranoia here is okay. It's actually good to be used. Like, whenever you're getting pressured by the enemies in the main area of the map, so, you know, enemy jet is peeking you from the pipes, enemies in the B main are heavily pressuring you, sure. If your teammates are dying a lot of the times because of that push in the main area of the map, use the paranoia, push the enemies back, make sure that your teammates are well and alive to actually execute the site. I wanna sneeze, sorry guys. And why this paranoia was good in this specific scenario? Because enemies were consistently pushing them and contesting them in the main area of the map. It's okay. Listen. I don't know. Like, this teleport is, number one, very stupid for the round that he's playing. Like, whenever I'm playing against the enemies that are eco or hull by on a defender's side, I want to play with my teammates. I just want to abuse the gun advantage that I have to fuck up the enemies. So I'm gonna do my default setup, default utility usage, make sure that I stick to the butthole of my most aggressive teammates, and I'm just playing the refrag fucking game. There's no reason to go for such a risky teleport for no reason. For no reason, basically. Like, second of all, like, committing to that teleport is a bit of a suicide. Like, if you want to teleport into that corner with the ultimate, like, you really need to have this smoke here, a bit deeper towards the enemies, and you need to have this smoke here. So then you can commit to the what the fuck did I just? My mouse just died. Then you can maybe commit to this teleport. Mouse? Hello? Why is my mouse is dying, bro? Or bro? Hello? Habla español? I guess it is time for charging again, huh? Just a second, boys. My mouse just died on me. Well, that's not nice. A fucking Chinese mouse, you know? That's what you get. Buying the mouse from the G-Wolves. I don't know, when it comes to this teleport, I would have never committed to this type of a shit in an anti-eco round, and it's much better if you're just saving your teleport for information gathering tool in the rounds where you're in some kind of a disadvantage, or you're executing the site in a full buy round when the enemies are full buy as well, or you're like you're trying to outplay the enemies in some kind of an eco hull buy round. Like teleporting in this spot is fine sometimes, but in this round it just doesn't make any sense. Minus 100 social credit for shitting on the mouse. True, actually. This is something that we call a completely unnecessary play. You know? Like, whenever, like, just follow one simple rule when the enemies are eco and hull buy on a defender side. If the enemies are eco and hull buy on a defender side, we just want to use our default utility to support our team. We don't want to complicate things too much. We want to abuse the gun advantage that we have to fuck up the enemies and play the proper refray game with our most aggressive teammates that are doing something useful for us. Done. We don't want to flank, lurk, fake, anything. Just clean gameplay. You're playing Counter-Strike instead of Valorant.
Yeah, here.
Do you like kebab? If yes, shish or doner? Donor. Donor. Donor is better. For me, at least.
You want to play? Let's
But shish kebab is really good, actually.
play.
I
don't know.
close.
Dona, very good. Very good, Dona.
So rotate back. I'll just lurk here because I'm already low.
Same as on a defender side, you're wasting enormous amount of your time on the attacker side when it comes to your pathing, utility usage, and supporting. Like, you're not able to support your most aggressive teammates. You need to move more with your allies, and then when you reach certain positions on the map, that's when you're using the utility. Like, I'm not going to use this smoke unless me and my team, we're here. I'm not going to use this smoke immediately as the round starts until we reach this position. So when my teammates are crossing this spot, that is when I'm using the smoke for the CT. And then I'm using the second smoke. Like, you're just rushing things out too much, and focus first on clearing the main area of the map properly, and then we're using the utility to execute the site.
I got the spike.
I'll still be.
Two still A.
And one rule that you really need to apply within your gameplay is the following. Always pre-assume that enemies can be anywhere and everywhere if you didn't check some angle and if you're doing some rotation. Like, already 2 or 3 times, when you were rotating from A to B or from B to A, nobody checked this position, this position. Nobody checked yellow properly. Bro, if I'm rotating from A to B, I don't give a fuck what my teammates are doing. I don't give a fuck. Even if I have like 20 SOA drones in front of myself here, I'm gonna check this spot, this spot, this spot, this, and this position myself as I'm pushing towards the B side of Icebox. If you're pushing A side, I'm checking the cage, jail, call it however, top of the A tower, checking all of these spots myself. You cannot trust your teammates with angle clearing. Even Radiant players are playing autopiloting 24/7. Like, there's a lot of mistakes that happen in high-low lobbies. You cannot imagine how many mistakes your teammates are gonna make in Ascendant and low Immortal Elo. Like, right now, nobody checked. Nobody checked the yellow box. And also, this teleport, unnecessary. We're 4 versus 4. We have a clean spike plant. Why? CT smoke can be a bit better. The only teleport that is actually worth it at this moment of time is actually teleporting here. And from that position, supporting your jet. Because if the jet is getting spammed or something, you can easily, with this smoke and this teleport, refrag the jet or kill the enemy. Or you can outmaneuver the enemy behind the site, kill that enemy, and then, you know, maybe just come back and play with your team the regular post-splint. But this is way too risky without a smoke and without any information whether or not the enemies are on tower. Like, the only time when I'm actually teleporting on tower is if I know for a fact that no one is here and no one is here, or if I have this type of a smoke. You know, if I have this smoke in combination with this paranoia, yeah, I can teleport here and then clear the smoke from this position, fuck up the enemies, and that's it. Or if I have this smoke, even without the paranoia, we can teleport, like, in this corner, and from this corner, try to kill the enemies in CT, move sideways into the smoke, clear the smoke, fuck up the enemies on site and stuff like that. But doing a blind teleport up here is just a suicide. Same as that teleport there. Like, where are you going? You're 4 versus 3. Go back. All of your teammates are playing passively, except the jet. Just go back. We don't need to aggress the enemies anymore. This fight. Unnecessary. Unnecessary fight, man. You need to complicate less your rounds. Like, the more you complicate your rounds, the less success you're gonna find. Like, you made the numbers advantage. Spike is planted. We have the one-way smokes. For this position. Right here. Round is over. Enemies cannot win. Like, enemies need to do so many different things in order to win this round correctly. Just play with your allies here. Fall back. We are 4 versus 3. Easiest round in your life.
I've got your trail.
Okay, I mean, as long as the 5-man pushes are working for you, let's do the 5-man pushes, I guess.
Cover going out.
TP'd our rafters, Omen. 84, 64, sorry.
In this, when it comes to this push and this round, like, you know, same mistake as in every fucking other round, to be honest. This flash completely unnecessary because we had a Gecko's dizzy distance between your most aggressive teammate and you is very long, very big. You need to be there to support your allies. Everything is the same. Like, you just need to fix your pathing and utility usage when you're pushing the A site. We talked about it. Now, in the post plant, the best smoke that you can do for the A rafters is this one way right here, and this one way right here. Instead of doing the regular fucking smokes. You know, you can just teleport up here, hold this, hold that, and that's it. You can also put the smoke even lower and make it a true one way out of it.
Cover going out.
Okay, we're just gonna win this round.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
No need to teleport, play with your teammates, refray game. Why the fuck would you teleport in that
Close
smoke?
to 3v1. Nice, good job.
Get out of my way.
Okay, so I'm not gonna talk about this. You know what to do, like when you're pushing the A side. Finally, Jesus Christ, like my guy is actually connecting with his most aggressive teammates, bro. Now let's use a paranoia second smoke. Let's go fast. Let's replenish the CT smoke. Replenish the CT smoke. Yes, sir. We're using our brain.
I'm gonna play post one.
Never mind, we did that smoke, it's okay.
One flank, one flank.
Oi, 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 man, huh?
Flank, one flank.
To be honest, like, you know, if I had this gecko as well, I would have thought that my back is clear. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this is some...
Reloading.
This is some next level timing shit. Like, to be honest, if I had this gecko, there is no way that I would be looking at my anal cavity. Like, it's just... It is what it is, you know? Like, this round, I cannot blame you for anything, to be honest. There is actually one thing that I can actually blame you for. I think no one in your team actually cleared the A tower position. This spot right here. A nest, sorry. Nest, not tower. Like, maybe that Reyna actually came from this spot. I'm not sure, like, if she actually did that. I don't know how Reyna was that fast. Or just Omen and Reyna did a fast push through mid, like, I don't know. But they were really fucking fast to be on. Look at this. They're executing a site.
Post one with my ult.
Reloading.
Reyna is already like on top of the pipes right now.
One flank, one flank.
I don't know.
Walls.
Oh, brother. No begging, please. No begging, please. Thank you a lot. You have giveaways on my Discord server, like I organize them on every 50 new subs. Like, get in a giveaway, you get
Ooh, chamber wide peaks.
Battle Pass.
Stealing sight.
Reyna, Jet is the playmaker. Support your playmaker, bro. You know? His Valorant tracker is bullshit. What do you mean? What do you mean by bullshit?
Suppressing. To suppress.
Love it. You know,
Multiple targets A. Spike retrieved. Flash.
check the angles. Listen. Whenever you're doing some kind of a rotation like this, or split like this, like, always focus yourself playing with the spike carrier. Like, spike carrier cannot go alone. Like, in this type of a scenario, you always follow the KO.
Cover going out.
Yeah, fuck the Reyna, fuck the job, we need to go. And we need to clear the garage. Papito about the Sora V2 will like hit Immortal VT. A delusional gear only helps you to a certain extent. I don't know, brother. I tried Sora V2, like, it's my top 5 mice, to be honest. It's really nice. The shape is really good. The only problem is, like, I like the HTX more. And that's it. The only reason why I'm not using Sora V2 is because this suits me better. But Sora is really good. Check the garage. We're gonna get fucked in the anal cavity. You cannot do this. When you're rotating from A to B, we need to check the long and the garage as well. Garage. All of the angles, one at a time.
Wait, let me knife yellow.
Shadows traveling.
Jesus Christ, don't peek before your smokes go up. Chill a bit. Oh, my man is pulling that knife. He has knife in his hands more than the gun, bro. Garage. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Like, are you losing the focus or what's going on? Brother. We talked about all of these problems in our previous VOD reviews as well, that we did together. What the fuck is this? Like, what is this swing? You saw right now.
Wait, let me knife
That one enemy is seated with the operator. You don't know if that enemy Omen maybe teleported behind the site, and you don't know how many enemies are on the B site. Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 1. You don't know. We're moving in. We need to check that angle. Brother. Sorry, not sorry. You know.
30 seconds left.
This recon teleport was okay, but once again, same as in every other round that we played on the B site, the best teleport and the best play was simply to teleport close to this smoke here, get in the anal cavity of chamber, get in the anal cavity of enemy Omen with operator, and just fuck them up through the tri-lane smoke. Do you have anywhere your top 5 mice list and top 5 pad list? I'm not really the best guy to speak about the equipment. I tried only around like 40 mice, only like 5 mousepads, and only like, I don't know, 6 keyboards. I'm not really the expert at that field, like, you know. It's always a personal preference, and, you know, shape is the king. You need to try it out yourself and then decide what you want to buy.
If they're on yellow, it should spot them.
Listen, one really good rule of thumb, especially for the elos below Immortal 3. If the callout is, hey guys, let's do a 5-man push somewhere. Together, fast, aggressive, immediately. Go in front of your allies and jump spot the main area of the map. Like, if I'm playing in Ascendant, Immortal Elo, and my teammates are pushing B, I'm always gonna do this. To pay the shot of the enemies, to reveal the enemies, and make sure that my mentally retarded Reyna is not gonna do this before we use our recon utility, and, you know, before we actually reveal the enemies. Like, always do that. You know, your teammates are pushing B, do this, and then press forward. On Ascent, your teammates want to push A main, B main, jump spot the enemies first, go in front of your allies, get the information for your crosshair placement for your teammates, be the shot of the enemies, then move in. Like, trust me, you know, it is never worth it, like, in the lobbies below, like Immortal 3, letting your teammates go in front of you. Because only God knows in what type of a fight, which type of a fight they're gonna pick with the enemies. You don't need to pick the fight with the enemies yourself, just reveal them with a jump spotting mechanic. What do you think about booting keyboards? Rank 1. Literally the best fucking shit I've used ever. If you play Jed, do you still stick with most aggressive teammate, or you should be the most aggressive yourself? Depends on the scenario, what type of teammates you have, like, it's 50-50. Different people with different hand sizes and different grip styles are going to give, yeah, sure. 40 mice, you're more than qualified than the average streamer when it comes to shits. I mean, like, probably, I don't know.
On top of yellow, bro. He was on the wide side, my bad.
Solid paranoia. Once again, after that paranoia, I would have teleported there. Like, this is like kind of your default Omen execute on the B set of Icebox. Basically doing a smoke here. The second smoke goes either on tower or here, depending where are the enemies and, you know, like, what you want to achieve, you know, for what type of play you want to go. Paranoia for the site or yellow or, once again, wherever you think the enemies are, and then teleporting here. And then from this position, contesting the enemies either through CT or at the back side. You can also teleport behind the enemies. You can also peek the enemies here. Like, there's so many different things you can do. 1 second. We have a problem. Major problem. I got some message on this phone. And on this. Okay. That is my phone for banking, and I got a message that my card got used, and I'm like, bro, I just got scammed. It's only my OnlyFans subscription to Everett Jonas.
2 on site.
That's not bad. Solid play there as well, like, not bad.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, listen. Whenever you do a fake teleport, you need to go for an instant swing or a slow peek. Like, because, you know, in this scenario, this guy was... brain is working on, like, 10%. But, you know, if I don't see you on the left side, I'm instantly gonna realize that you are on the right side, like... Oh. And to be honest, this is just aim diff. Like, to be honest, 90% of times during this game, you didn't die because of your mechanical skill. You decide because of your positioning, which type of fights you're fighting, which type of fights you're picking, how you're playing on the bomb sites, how you're executing the sites, your pathing is shit. Trust me, your mechanics are not really your biggest concern.
And then I'll flash. No, don't peek this angle.
You
You'll
want
get
to
off.
play? Let's play.
Can we get the orb? I can out.
Unnecessary shot steps. Why? Check the angles.
Wingman's planting.
I love how we are pushing onto the B set right now, and there is not a single fucking smoke on the map.
Breaking my wingman.
We're playing chamber actually.
Enemy spotted B.
Also, listen, one more thing. Like, when you're playing any map, and you don't have a sentinel agent to cover your anal cavity, if none of your teammates are doing that, you need to do that for them. Like, right now, you need to be watching B main because all of your teammates are playing super aggro on the site, and somebody needs to watch for the flank.
One enemy remaining.
I'm so man, fuck. I whiffed. That's. Or I can ult as well. Look up first, trust contact.
Listen, when you're using this paranoia to push the enemies back, like, as I said, like, this paranoimus here, like this, and this, is completely fine. If you notice that enemies are consistently pressuring your teammates in the A main area of the map. But when you're using this paranoia, just drop it immediately as the round starts. Don't go on the belt. Do it from here. Basically, round starts, instantly, bam. Or instantly, bam. It's going to hit the enemies. Like here. Because if you're doing this paranoia like from the belt, like, paranoia speed is really slow, and enemy chamber has all of the time in this world to go for the aggro peek here, kill your teammates, or to use the ropes, you know, like, basically peek your teammates there. Jet can use the updraft instantly. Bab.
He has a vandal chamber, he double head.
Oh, 3A.
Stop rotating with the knife out, like, we don't know if one enemy pushed the B-main area of the map.
Shadows traveling.
Solid smoke to keep your location a secret and to make the enemies guess whether or not some of you guys are mid. Okay. But right now you should be playing with your KO and Reyna, because if they die, the round is over. But We still have the ultimate, but, you know, why would we let them die?
Not ready yet.
To be honest, the best game decision right now in this round is not really to push A side, B side, but to go back A. Like, on A side right now, there is maximum 1 enemy. Maybe 0. Like, and we should just turn back onto A side and that's it.
One mid.
Shadows traveling.
On top.
Reloading.
Okay, take the spike, go A.
Grenade. Shutting them down. Point suppressed. Here.
Oh, snowman.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
Okay. We have the ultimate. 2 shot steps. Smoke the spike. Teleport towards the spike. Use the ultimate on A side. Plant the spike for the A tower. A belt. Go onto the belt. Hold your anal cavity from this position. Enemies are going for defuse. We can do the one way. Easy round.
30 seconds left.
Right?
If you can run to A,
Yeah, bro. This is so stupid, man. Because they heard his footsteps. And he doesn't have time for this. Yeah. Okay. Listen. On the attacker side, like, you know, better pathing. Support your most aggressive teammates a bit better. Refrag potential needs to be better. Don't complicate things too much when the enemies are eco or hull by on a defender side. Crosshair placement can be a bit better for Icebox. Utility usage needs to be a bit more mindful. You have exactly certain spots when you want to use your smokes, where you want to use your paranoia, and I have covered them all in the ranked playbook. You need to play as aggressive as your most aggressive teammate is playing. Like, a lot of your teammates are just dying and you're not able to refrag them at any moment of time. And essentially that's it. Like, when it comes to your mechanical skill, like, you said that, you said in, you know, here, that you struggle fighting the enemies that are Ascendant, Immortal, and Radiant in deathmatch. Brother, I sometimes struggle fighting a Platinum player in deathmatch. Like, because, you know, in deathmatch, the only thing you're thinking about is actually, you know, shooting your bullets and that's it. But how bad or how good you're in deathmatch doesn't really translate equally to the in-game scenarios as well. Like, I really don't think that you're... I really think that you're on the level of an Ascendant Immortal player when it comes to your mechanical skill. Of course, it can get better. And let me check right now, like, what type of training I gave you. What the fuck, brother? Aha, so that is what you got. Okay, I mean, you know what? We can focus a bit more when it comes to your aim trainings. Like, I think we can focus more on Valorant fundamentals. So basically focusing more on, you know, the most basic fundamental things in Valorant to improve them on the next level. And also I feel that your micro corrections and micro adjustments can be a bit better, because a lot of times you flick towards the enemy, you don't give a shit about micro correcting yourself. You're like, fuck it. I flicked. If my crosshair is where it should be, good. If my crosshair is not there, fuck it. I'm not gonna bother with it. I'm just gonna continue spraying. I would just recommend you to keep doing the training that I've originally recommended you. I'm gonna share with you 2 completely new aim training routines, even though I really think our main focus should not be aim training. Your main focus should be fixing your utility usage, pathing, positioning, repositioning, and how you play around your most aggressive teammates. You need to use their life. Like, they're going in front of you. you're not able to refrag them, they're dead. What the fuck, you know? So essentially, like, that's kind of it. I mean, we covered an enormous amount of topics in this VOD review. Like, we're here like for 2 hours and 30 minutes. If you have any more questions, hit me up on Discord. You know how this goes. Like, you have 24/7 support from me. Thank you for watching, guys. All of that, you know, join my Discord server for coaching. You can enter the giveaways, send your clips for Guess the Rank, Play of the Day. We're currently doing like Chamber to Radiant on my main account on Twitch. Subscribe, leave a like, all of that good stuff, and I will see you in the next VOD review.